In computing and telecommunication, an escape character is a character which invokes an alternative interpretation on subsequent characters in a character sequence. An escape character is a particular case of metacharacters. Generally, the judgment of whether something is an escape character or not depends on context. Definition: escape characters are part of the syntax for many programming languages, data formats and communication protocols. For a given alphabet, an escape character's purpose is to start character sequences which have to be interpreted differently from the same characters occurring without the prefixed escape character. An escape character may not have its own meaning, so all escape sequences are of two or more characters. There are usually two functions of escape sequences. The first is to encode a syntactic entity, such as device commands or special data which cannot be directly represented by the alphabet. The second use, referred to as character quoting, is to represent characters which cannot be typed in current context, or would have an undesired interpretation. In the latter case, an escape sequence is a digraph consisting of an escape character itself and a quoted character. Control character: generally, an escape character is not a particular case of control characters, nor vice versa. If we define control characters as non-graphic, or as having a special meaning for an output device, then any escape character for this device is a control one. But escape characters used in programming are graphic, hence are not control characters. Conversely, most of the Ascii control characters have some control function in isolation, therefore are not escape characters. In many programming languages, an escape character also forms some escape sequences which are referred to control characters. For example, line break is an escape sequence of \n. Examples: JavaScript. JavaScript uses the / as an escape characters for \single quote, \double quote, \//, \n new line, \a carriage return, \t tab, \b backspace, \f form feed, \v vertical tab. If cross-browser compatibility is a concern, use \xob instead of \v. \0 null character. Note that the \v and \0 escapes are not allowed in JSON strings. Ascii escape character. The Ascii escape character is used in many output devices to start a series of characters called a control sequence or escape sequence. Typically, the escape character was sent first in such a sequence to alert the device that the following characters were to be interpreted as a control sequence rather than as plain characters. Then one or more characters would follow to specify some detailed action, after which the device would go back to interpreting characters normally. For example, the sequence of, followed by the printable characters, 2. 10 hours, would cause a DECVT102 terminal to move its cursor to the 10th cell of the second line of the screen. This was later developed to ANSI escape codes covered by the ANSI X3.64 standard. The escape character also starts each command sequence in the Hewlett-Packard printer command language. Early reference to the term escape character is found in Bob Beamer's IBM Technical Publications. Apparently, it is he who invented this mechanism, during his work on the Ascii character set. The escape key is usually found on standard PC keyboards. However, it is commonly absent from keyboards for PDAs and other devices not designed primarily for Ascii communications. The DECVT220 series was one of the few popular keyboards that did not have a dedicated EASE key, instead using one of the keys above the main keypad. In user interfaces of the 1970s/1980s, it was not uncommon to use this key as an escape character, but in modern desktop computers such use is dropped. Sometimes the key was identified with alt mode. Even with no dedicated key, the escape character code could be generated by typing opening square bracket while simultaneously holding down the control key, CTRL. Programming and data formats. Many modern programming languages specify the double quote character as a delimiter for a string literal. The / escape character typically provides two ways to include double quotes inside a string literal, either by modifying the meaning of the double quote character embedded in the string, or by modifying the meaning of a sequence of characters including the hexadecimal value of a double quote character. C, C++, Java, and Ruby all allow exactly the same two \escape styles. The PostScript language and Microsoft Rich Text format also use \escapes. The quoted printable encoding uses the equals sign as an escape character. URL and URI use %escapes to quote characters with a special meaning, as for non-ASCII characters. The ampersand character may be considered as an escape character in SGML and derived formats such as HTML and XML. Some programming languages also provide other ways to represent special characters in literals, without requiring an escape character. Communication protocols. The point-to-point protocol uses the 0x7d octet as an escape character. The octet immediately following should be XORed by 0x20 before being passed to a higher-level protocol. This is applied to both 0x7d itself and the control character 0x7e when those octets need to be transmitted by a higher-level protocol encapsulated by PPP, as well as other octets negotiated when the link is established. That is, when a higher-level protocol wishes to transmit 0x7d, it is transmitted as the sequence 0x7d 0x5d, and 0x7e is transmitted as 0x7d 0x5e. Bourne Shell. In Bourne Shell, the asterisk and question mark characters are wildcard characters expanded via globbing. Without a preceding escape character, and will expand to the names of all files in the working directory that don't start with a period if there are such files, otherwise remains unexpanded. So to refer to a file literally called asterisk, the shell must be told not to interpret it in this way, by preceding it with a backslash. This modifies the interpretation of the asterisk. Compare Windows command prompt. The Windows command line interpreter uses a character to escape reserved characters that have special meanings. The DOS command line interpreter, though it supports similar syntax, does not support this. For example, on the Windows command prompt, this will result in a syntax error. Whereas this will output the string, key. Others, quoted printable, which encodes 8-bit data into 7-bit data of limited line lengths, uses the equals sign equal as an escape character. See also, leaning toothpick syndrome, stropping a euro. In some conventions a leading character functions as an escape character, not to be confused with escape sequences used for communication between devices, Ascii on a keyboard, references, JavaScript character escape sequences i.e. Matthias Binans. Matthias Binans B. Retrieved June 30, 2014 Special characters. msdn.microsoft.com June 20, 2014. Retrieved June 30, 2014 Tim Hill. The Windows NT Command Shell. Macmillan Technical Publishing. Retrieved January 13, 2010 External links, escape characters in 9 languages, that powerful escape character, key and sequences a Bob Beamer. This article incorporates a public domain material from the General Services Administration document Federal Standard 1037-C.